Welcome back to Saving Souls Through Prayer. How is everybody doing? I hope everyone has had an amazing weekend. I also hope and pray that everyone had an amazing Thanksgiving. So today, you guys, I'm going to share a quick testimony about what God is taking me through at this current time right now. So about 8 months ago, I was diagnosed with human papilloma virus, and that is the short term for that is H. pylori, and it is a bacterial infection of the stomach. About 80% of people have it, I believe, worldwide or in America. I think 80% of all people in the world have it, and basically it's a really nasty bacteria. It affects it embeds itself into the lining of your stomach, and it causes you a lot of gastritis, nausea, vomiting. You're unable to eat, and it just doesn't feel good at all. So basically, 8 months ago, I was diagnosed with that. Life was really hard for me at that moment. There were times where I felt like I was going to die because I was on antibiotics. They put me on, I think, 14 days of antibiotics, and the antibiotics had side effects. And there were times where I had heart palpitations, and there were times where I had a lot of anxiety, and I thought I wasn't going to make it. I thought I was going to leave this world. And what kept me going is my faith in God. I prayed a lot. I couldn't eat much, right? And so I was empty of a lot of things that could cloud my judgment or hinder my relationship with God. And it wasn't until I had gotten sick that I had realized that I wasn't spending as much time with God as I normally would, or I should be. You know, it was in those moments where I realized that I had been so far off of track in doing all kinds of different things. I mean, I'm a mother, I'm a wife. At the time, I was working a full-time job that was very demanding of me. And so I didn't put a lot of focus and attention on God like I should, on my relationship with God, building my relationship with God like I should have. And that being said, I realized when I got lonely with God, because I needed him so much, I realized that when I got lonely with God, that there was something in me that he needed and to get out. There was something in me that he needed to reveal to me so that I could grow spiritually. And it was at that moment where I started growing spiritually with God. I would pray, I would seek his face so much more than what I was. And he healed me. I believed that he healed me, and I started to feel better. Fast forward now, 8 months later, 8 to 9 months later, almost a year actually. What's going on now is about 3 weeks ago, I started feeling a burning sensation in my chest. I started feeling a burning sensation in my chest, and I was confused about it. I thought I was catching the flu, and so I immediately started drinking like a lot of teas with ginger and lemon in it. I even went out and got some acetaminophen, started taking that, and as the days progressed, I noticed that I wasn't feeling any better. In my mind, I thought to go to the doctor, but nowadays, as you know, what's going on with the pandemic, I feel like I didn't want the doctor's motivation behind me feeling the way that I felt. I didn't want them to take that and allow that to motivate them to test me for COVID. And so I was like praying. I'm like, God, if this gets bad enough, please give me a sign to go to the doctor, go to the hospital. He gave me a sign to go ahead and get retested for H. pylori. And that's what I did. And it came back positive. And I was afraid. I'm not going to lie to you. I was afraid to go through it again, because I knew that meant I might possibly have heart palpitations again. I might end up nauseous and sick and afraid again and living in fear again. And all whilst I was going through this, I'm still going through this, by the way. Actually, I'm on day 4 of antibiotics. The first 2 days was really hard because I was afraid. I was very afraid and living in fear. I was living in a lot of fear. I wasn't feeling as horrible as I thought I would feel, but I was living in fear, and that fear kind of reinforced a negative feeling evoked like a negative emotion in my body. And so what I was feeling felt worse than what it actually was. And God spoke to me and he just said, Donisha, if I brought this to you, if I'm bringing this to you, then it's not to kill you and it's not so that you don't overcome it. If I'm bringing this to you, if I allow, you are my child. So if I allowed you to go through this, I'm allowing you to go through this for a reason. I'm allowing you to go through this. This is not supposed to break you. So I need you to stop zoning in and paying attention to other people and their experiences going through it, because I was looking at a lot of what other people were experiencing that have gone through it as well. And I was comparing myself to them. And God spoke to me in that moment. He said, stop comparing yourself to people. Stop comparing yourself to others. You are my child. I am in you. I am moving and breathing in you. And if I allowed you to go through something, it's to make you better. It's so that you can be promoted to the next level of your life. And it's crazy because literally before, this infection, before I started to feel this infection, I was sitting and I was praying maybe like 2 months ago, and God spoke to me. I heard God's voice and I heard him say to me, you're getting ready to go through a season of suffering. Now, this is before I felt any pain, or knew that I had it. I heard God speak to me. He said, you're getting ready to go through a season of pain, a season of suffering. But if you faint not, you will get over it. And when he first spoke to me and said, you're getting ready to go through a season of suffering, I replied, well, God, am I getting ready to die? Am I getting ready to die? Is life over for me? He said, no. But you're getting ready to go through a season of suffering, and it's not to kill you, it's to make you stronger. So it's gonna hurt and it's gonna get really rocky for you in this season. You're in a season of suffering. And he said, it's gonna get really rocky for you. But if you faint not, if you don't give up, I will get you through this. I will get you through this and you will be promoted to your next level. And I don't know what that next level is. As I'm sitting here talking to you guys right now, I have no idea what that next level is. But God spoke to me and he told me that. And I believed him. I said, okay, God, I was afraid. But one thing started to trickle and happen after another. A close friend of me and my mother's passed away about 3 weeks ago. And then that's when I got retested for H. pylori and found out that I have it again. And I said to God, I immediately remembered him saying that to me. And I said, God, okay, I remembered you. So in those first 2 days of me feeling fear, and while I had been taking the antibiotics, I stopped and I remembered that. And I remember God's voice. And I remember him telling me that you're going through suffering. But if you faint not, if you don't give up, if you stay in my presence, yes, if you stay in my presence, I will get you through this. And I am holding on to that in everything that I'm going through. And guess what? This is a testimony because I don't feel any pain today, you guys. God led me to anything that I was supposed to take naturally to heal my body. God is healing my body. Like, yes, antibiotics typically seem to do more harm than they do good. But that is what I was holding. That was the image in my mind because I was looking at everybody else's experiences with it and how everyone else was saying that, but God said that won't be you. And I can't doubt him because look at me right now. Like I'm here. I don't look like I'm in any pain because I'm not in any pain. And when I do feel a little bit of discomfort, I repeat to myself, God, you're healing me. That's you healing me. And it's so true, that scripture that says, a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And I always take it and I reverse it and I say, as a man thinketh in his mind, that the heart refers to the mind, so is he. And so I believe that if you are going through something right now, we all have things that we're going through, but whatever your struggle is, whatever you're battling right now, if you would just turn it over to God and choose to believe no matter what you feel, no matter what's going on in your body, choose to believe. And one thing that often helps me is realizing that I'm here. I'm breathing on this earth, but I'm just passing through. This is not my final destination. God put me here for a purpose, for a plan, to serve his people, to, instill and to also, live out some dreams that I have. But this is not my final destination. And I often love what Joyce Meyer says. One thing that she said to me, I'll never forget. She said, nothing on earth belongs to you. Nothing on earth belongs to you. You're just stewarding over it. And it never occurred to me that everything that I own really doesn't truly belong to me. That one day I'm going to have to give all of this up. So I've become more conscious of that. And I keep in mind that no matter what I'm going through, God will be there to hold my hand and direct my path and get me through anything that I'm going through, because he is my father and because I came from him, and one day I will return to him, right? And so it doesn't matter what kind of pain I might be going through. If I am going through something, it's to make me better. It's to build me. It's not to destroy me. And I want you to be encouraged today in knowing that as well. In knowing that whatever you're going through today, it's not to kill you. It's not to hurt you. It's to grow you to your next level so that God can get out of you what's harming you, right? And what's stopping you from getting to your next level, right? So that you can do his will. I can't do God's will if I'm full of toxins and things that of my past that have tried and have sought to destroy me. I can't do God's will and do his purpose and complete the purpose that he put in me if I'm full of all of these things. And getting those things out It hurts. It hurts. Nobody wants to go through suffering because it hurts. But we have to understand that just like when a mother is giving birth, just like when a mother is giving birth to a beautiful child, so shall it be everything that you're going through. You have to give birth to all of that pain. You have to get it out of you. You have to get it out of you so that you have to get all of that pain and everything you're going through and all of the trauma. God has to be able to empty you of all of that so he can birth you into your next level. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me for Testimony Tuesday. I will keep you guys updated with everything that I'm going through, my journey. But I just want you guys to have faith and know that no matter what you're going through in this moment, God is there to hold your hand and he will get you through anything that you're going through. I love you guys so much. And until we meet again, always remember to believe. Believe. Envision, believe, and then my good friend, beloved, go and pursue. Bye, guys.